Hello. Okay. I wanted to share as I work on this animation. This is just one shot. I've got four shots for this. But anyway, as I work on this animation, I just wanted to share some of my workflow, and then I got to watching some videos online. Saw some interesting stuff with the ChatGPT. Saw an artist make some scripts within After Effects. I'm like, can we do that in Maya? So I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, but let me show you what I'm doing in Maya first before we get there. In the scene, I'm animating these two characters, and for blocking, I have these two buttons that when I click the button, we select an object set in our outliner, and it contains everything that I need to key for my keyframes. So it contains, all FK controls, roots, spine controls, head, neck, and everything else, right? Same thing for the other character. So I've got here this left button for that character, and here the right button for this character. Now, this is all fine and dandy. It's on my custom shelf. I've got it here. When I'm done with these shots, I can easily delete these. But let me show you how I made them first. I'll just make a new one here, and we'll use. You can make it with any selection that you make, but I'll just make it with specifically her hair, real quick, just to show you. So I've selected 1, 2, 3 objects. I can go up here to create, and then, oh gosh, I've already forgotten where it's at in my head. 1 second. Oh, duh, yeah, sorry. Create sets. There it is. Quick select set. And here we can name this. I can all give it a Kali hair, and I'll say add to shelf. And there we go. I've got my Kali hair, and then it's also over here. Where's it at? It should be over here somewhere. Yellow, Akali base, Akali yellow, Akali blocking, Akali hair to the very bottom. I'm blind, sorry. But I can right click and say select set members, and there we go. Or since I said on that window, again, let me just show you real quick. Add to shelf, it made a shelf button up here, and I could just click Akali hair. I've deselected, I've selected the model of this, and I can just click that. It deselects that and then selects the hair. Perfect. This helps animation workflows along. Animbot also, has buttons and quick selects. And there's other software your other plugins as well that help you do this. But what I thought was cool is just like, okay, cool. I saw this other person use After Effects, use ChatGPT to make After Effects scripts. So let me see what I can do with see if I can do Maya scripts with MEL and Python. So I pulled up ChatGPT. If you didn't know, you can go to just this website. It's free to use. Just keep in mind, it is going to be getting your information as far as your inputs into it and saving that, but that's no big deal with this type of stuff, I don't think, anyway. So I said, can you write Python scripts for Autodesk Maya? The response was yes. So we have a conversation. I said, please write a Maya script that allows a pop-up window with buttons that can run other scripts. So it put out this script, which works, mind you. So if I copy this script, if you didn't know how to run scripts in Maya, we can pop down here in the bottom right. This little button down the very, very bottom right is our script editor window. And you already see I've been playing around with it. And we have two tabs here, MEL and Python, and that's for the two different scripting languages. And so my initial question was about Python, and that's what we got here. So I'm going to paste that. Oops, and I accidentally copied over what they said. So I'm going to hit enter. And we got a syntax. That's right, because if I go back to this, I said... and I copied a lot of stuff, so maybe let me try this one more time. But I did get a syntax when I initially ran this as well. Nope, there we go. So it ran. Where is... Oh, no, it gave me an invalid syntax again. So I went back to the ChatGPT, and I said, I received the following error when trying to run that script. Can you fix it? I gave it the error that it returned to me. The AI apologized to me, as it should, and gave me a new script. So I ran this. So let's pop back to Python. Let's get rid of this extra actual chat that I copied over. Run this. Oh, and we got an invalid syntax again, which is interesting. Oh, no, because again, I've copied so much here. That's my fault. Let's try pasting. Yeah, I'm still copying way too much. Copy code. There's an easy button. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Copy code. It even gave me an easy button to click. The AI is way smarter than I am. So if I hit enter there we go. We now have, oh yeah, that's right. My monitors here don't really like me. So let me make this. We now have a pop-up window that has two buttons, run script 1 and run script 2. If I pop back to the chat, you can see here print running script, and then you insert the code for the script. Now, personally, I honestly don't know too much Python. I know a decent amount, but I was like, okay, cool. But can this guy able to convert it to MEL script? Yes. So it converted it to a MEL script. Let's copy that over. Let's get rid of this. And if I post it as a MEL script, as you can see here, his response was, or their response, I guess I should say, is a scripting language used to automate tasks in Maya, functional, similar functionality to MEL and Python. So there we go. So if I hit enter, there's our new script, but it's with MEL, and it's working. We have run script 1, run script 2. I'm going to close that again. I said, can you adjust the script? Instead of the buttons running a script, can they make a selection of the object in my scene? AI was like, sure. And I stopped it mid as it was generating. I said, sorry, because you do that in MEL instead of Python, because I noticed it started doing it in Python. And it legitimately took like 2 or 3 minutes, but it stopped and said, sure, here's an updated version of the MEL script that makes buttons select objects in the scene. So I'm going to copy code. The script will create a window with 2 buttons, select object 1, etc., etc., etc. So let's just go through the script. So I'm going to paste it in here. So we have select r-sphere1 and r-p-cube1. It even like gave 2 different examples of like sphere in a different cube. Okay, fantastic. Now, here's the thing, is I have these buttons up here. I don't necessarily know what these do with scripting. So if you ever want to know what any of the buttons that you create and stuff like this, like what we just did earlier with that, the create sets quick select, we can right click this stuff and say edit, and it'll pull up the shelf editor where we have this little extra line, and it says select dash replace. So it's going to replace our current selection with this new selection, Akali blocking. And that means it's going to select this quick select set that I created. So let's just copy that into our code, right? So instead of selecting sphere, I'm going to replace this with, oops, let's make sure to get that dash in there as well. Dash, replace Akali blocking. Fantastic. Now let's do the same thing for this other one I have here. I named this one yellow blocking. The other character is yellow. My textures aren't lined up right now. So we're going to say yellow blocking. And then what I can do is down here at the bottom, here's the button labels within the script, right? So select object 1. I could rename to the character's name, Akali. And the select object 2, I can rename to, let's just call him yellow, because that's, you know, this is color, so I'm okay with that. Then I can run this entire script. Here are my 2 buttons now. Let's minimize the script editor and get rid of the shelf editor. Because now as I'm working, instead of having to go all the way up here to my shelves, here in my viewport, I can just have this floating wherever I want. If I need to select a Kali to make a new set of keyframes for a breakdown pose or whatever, what have you, I can. Same thing for the yellow character on the villain character on the right here. If I need to get another pose here, I absolutely can. Set keyframes on all of those, and that's I use that for kind of blocking. What I thought is just insanely fascinating is that an AI script with very little minimal input from myself, I was able to write this little pop-up window with buttons. I'm going to play with this more to see what else I can create. Because I know the Python language enough to kind of understand what it's doing. I don't know it enough to build windows like this that pop up and allow me to do stuff. There are popular plugins in for Maya that are paid. I'm kind of curious if I can replicate somewhat of their functionalities. You know, obviously, I think it'll be hit and miss what could be replicated, what can't be. But I just want to test it out and see what's possible. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video on that, and because I was just blown away by the fella. Let me share that video real quick here, and then I'll end it into the recording. But yeah, it was this fella, Motion by Nick, fantastic motion artist. Go check this out. If he does the same thing, kind of. He actually does a lot more interesting script in After Effects. Let's just show you real quick. Because, I mean, go watch the video. I'm not going to play his video, right? Like a proximity script where he moves an object and things avoid it. And the AI just wrote it for him. It's insane. Okay. I just wanted to share that.